everyone, welcome back. So now we are going to talk about the requirements, and for the inner part we are going to need a white color yarn and then the green color yarn for the center part, and for the borders we'll be using this brown colored yarn. Okay, so after these three yarns you're going to need a 3.5mm hook. As you can see, this is the 3.5mm hook that I'll be using. Also after that you'll need some new hair ties. I will suggest you guys to use some new hair ties because once you'll be using them they'll become loose and so your stitches won't be enough. So we are going to use some new hair ties. So let's start with the video. So first of all we are going to start with a slip knot. So in order to make a slip knot, hold your yarn like this and then make a loop like this. So once you've made a loop like this, take your hook and insert it through the loop, and then there's this working yarn as you can see. So grab the working yarn with your hook and then pull it out like this. So this is how you create a slip knot. So this is what a slip knot looks like. Now we are going to attach this slip knot into our hair tie. So take your hair tie, and now in order to attach your slip knot to the hair tie, you're just going to pass your hook through the hair tie, and then there's this slip knot. So grab the slip knot with your hook and pull it out from the hair tie like this. Now you can see I have the working yarn with me on the back side. Hold it like this with your other hand and then yarn over through the loop, yarn over through the hook and pull it out like this. So this is how you attach a slip knot. Now we are going to start working with our first round. So for that we are going to do double crochets all around the scrunchie. So let's start with the first round. So for that, first of all you're going to do chain 2. So the chain 2 that we do at the beginning of every round will provide us the height for the double crochets. So yarn over and pull out a loop, yarn over and pull out a loop. This is what your chain 2 will look like. So this is how our work looks like right now. So after chain 2 we are starting with our first round. So for that we are going to start with double crochet. So in order to do a double crochet, you just have to yarn over once and insert a hook into the loop, and you can see there's this working yarn. So grab the working yarn and pull out a loop like this. Now you can see you'll have 3 loops on your hook. So again yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops like this, and again yarn over to pull through the last 2 loops. So this was your first double crochet. If you can see, there's this V like structure is formed. So this represents your first double crochet. This V is facing upwards, whereas the chain 2 that we did is facing towards this side. So this is your first double crochet, and we are going to repeat the same process again for a few more times until we reach this point, until we reach the end where our whole scrunchie is covered. So let's repeat the process. Again yarn over, and also remember to hide your yarn tail while working. So keep it close to the hair tie and insert a hook, and with the working yarn pull out a loop like this. Now again yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, again yarn over to pull through the last 2 loops. This is how your second double crochet will look like. Again yarn over, insert a hook into the hair tie and pull out a loop like this, yarn over to pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over again to pull through the last 2 loops. This is my third double crochet. So basically I'm going to repeat the process a few more times till I reach the end. So let's do it. Yarn over, insert a hook, pull out a loop, and then yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over to pull through the last 2 loops. This is my 5th double crochet into the scrunchie, and I'm going to repeat the same process till I reach the end. Double crochets all around until you reach the very end. Make sure if you want to put ruffles into your scrunchie, you can put more double crochets, but if you want less ruffles like me, you can put less double crochets. So right now I do not want more ruffles into my scrunchie, so I'm putting less number of double crochets into the hair tie. So this is your base round. So this base round is basically going to decide how much ruffles you will have into your scrunchie. So let's continue the process a few more times till I reach the end, and then I'll see you guys at the end. So now I'm at my end and I'm done with my double crochets. So now we are going to join this round. So in order to join the round, we are going to do a slip stitch into the very first double crochet of this round 1. So if you want to see and identify where's the double crochet that we did, so as you can see, there's this V that is facing upwards, and this is the V that is your first double crochet. So insert your hook into the V, the both loops of the V, and then yarn over and pull out a loop. Now you will have 2 loops on your hook, so yarn over and pull the loop through the loop already present on your hook. So this is how you do a slip stitch. So now we are done with our round 1 and we are starting with our round 2. So for our round 2, we are going to change color. So take your green color yarn and we are going to change colors into round 2. So now in order to change colors, take your green color yarn and again make a slip knot like I've told you earlier. So take your yarn and make a slip knot out of it like this. And once you have made your slip knot, go back to your scrunchie. Now once you are done with your slip knot, insert your hook into the white color loop like this. Now treat the green yarn as the working yarn and grab the green yarn and pull out a loop like this. Now once you have pulled out a loop, hold the yarn like this and then pull the white yarn from behind like this to close the loop. So once you have closed the white loop, we are going to chain 2 with the green yarn. So yarn over and pull out a loop, again yarn over and pull out a loop. So this is how you attach your due color. Now we are going to start with our round 2. So for round 2, we are going to do increase stitches in every stitch that you can see. It means in every V that you can see, we are going to put 2 double crochets into every V. So let's start with our round 2. So for round 2, the pattern is increase stitch in every stitch. So we are going to do, it means that we are going to do 2 double crochets into every V that you can see. So let's start with the round. Yarn over and insert your hook into the very first V that is near your chain 2. So insert your hook into the V. Also remember to hide your yarn tails while you work. So put your yarn tails close to the stitches and pass your hook under your yarn tails. So like this. Insert your hook, pull out a loop like this. Now you will have 3 loops on your hook. So yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops and again yarn over to pull through the rest 2 loops. Now this is my first double crochet into the first stitch. Now again I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook into the same stitch where we did our first double crochet. So insert your hook and pull out a loop. You will have 3 loops on your hook. So yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops and yarn over to pull through the next 2 loops. So this was our first double crochet increase. We are going to repeat the same process into every stitch. That is, we are going to do 2 double crochets in every stitch. So again, doing my first double crochet into the next stitch and again yarn over, insert your hook into the next same stitch and doing my second double crochet. So this is what it looks like. Again yarn over and now insert your hook into the next stitch and do your first double crochet. Again yarn over and insert your hook into the same stitch to do your second double crochet like this. So now once you see that your yarn tails are hidden, you can cut off these excess yarn tails so that they won't cause any problem in further stitches. So I'll cut them off. So now we are going to repeat the same process. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull out a loop and do my first double crochet and again yarn over and insert my hook into the same stitch in order to do my second double crochet of the increase stitch. So repeating the process all around and then I'll see you guys at the end. Now as you can see, I'm almost at the end of my row and there's this only 1 stitch remaining. As you can see, there's this 1 V. So this is my last stitch. So I'm going to finish off my last double crochet increase and then we are going to close this round. Yarn over, insert your hook into the last stitch, pull out a loop like this. So this is my first double crochet and then doing another double crochet into the same stitch to complete my increase stitch. So now we are done with our row 2. So now we are done with our round 2 and we are going to close this round by doing a slip stitch into the very first double crochet of the round 2. So as you can see, these V's are facing this side and there's this V that is facing upwards. So the V that is facing upwards is your first double crochet. So insert your hook into the V like this under your V, and then yarn over and pull out a loop and then do a slip stitch. How you do a slip stitch to close the round, and this is how it looks like right now. Now we are going to start with the round 3. Again, for round 3 we are going to change colors, and this time we will be using this brown color. So let's start with our round 3, and round 3 is going to be pretty easy. So let's change the colors. So in order to change your color, cut off this green color yarn and then insert a hook and tighten this loop. Now take your brown color yarn and then make a slip stitch and then make a slip knot like this. Once you're done with making your slip knot, make a slip knot like this, and once you're done with making your slip knot, insert your hook into the loop, insert your hook into the green color loop like this, and then grab your brown color and pull out a loop like this. Once you're done with this, go back and pull your green color yarn tail to close the loop. Now we are done with attaching our brown color yarn, and we are going to start with the round 3. So basically the pattern is like in every stitch we are going to do one single crochet. So as you can see, there are these V's, so into every V we are going to do only one single crochet. So let's start with it. So to start with our round 3, we are going to chain only one because we are going to do single crochets. So single crochets take height of one chain. Now after this, insert a hook into the very first stitch that is close to your chain 1 and pull out a loop like this. We are not going to do any yarn over, and now you will have 2 loops on your hook, as you can see. So now yarn over and pull through the only 2 loops that we have. So this was your first single crochet. As you can see, there's this V structured form. Now again, insert your hook into the next stitch that you see and grab the yarn and pull out a loop. You will have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both the 2 loops. This is your second single crochet. Again, insert your hook and pull out a loop, yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. This is your third single crochet. So this is going to form a border around our whole scrunchie. So repeat the same process till I reach the end, and then I'll see you guys at the end. Basically just going to repeat the same process. Into every stitch we are going to do one single crochet. So insert a hook, pull out a loop. You will have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both the 2 loops. Again, into the next stitch, insert your hook, pull out a loop like this. You will have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both the 2 loops. Insert your hook into the next stitch, pull out a loop, yarn over, pull through both the 2 loops. So repeat the process all around to form this border. Also remember that when we are doing a single crochet, we do not do yarn over before inserting our hook into the stitch. So I'll see you guys at the end. As you can see, I'm at the end of my row, round 3, and there are only 2 stitches remaining. So now we are going to complete our round 3 by doing 2 more single crochets. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull out a loop, yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, and then into my very last stitch, insert a hook. So now I'm done with my last single crochet, and as you can see, we are going to join this round like this. So for that, just find your first single crochet. There's this V facing upwards and insert your hook into that V. This is the first single crochet of round 3, and pull out a loop and then do a slip stitch. Once you're done with the slip stitch, you're going to chain 1 to secure everything and then pull out a big loop like this, and now you can just cut off. Now as you can see, we are done with our scrunchie. We just need to hide these yarn tails. So in order to hide the yarn tails, you're just going to insert your hook from into the back of your scrunchie and just hide these yarn tails like this one by one, and pull them out through random stitches like this. So once you have hidden them enough, you can just cut them off. Now repeat the same process with these two as well. Insert your hook into the stitches and then pull it out like this. And if you want, you can tie them together as well. So I'm just going to tie them so it is more secure. And now just cut them off. So this is how your scrunchie will look like. So now once you have finished hiding all the yarn tails, so this is how our final scrunchie looks like. And congratulations if you are able to do this.